Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I am Muhammad Yasin. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School, Taif. This class is for the students of grade 8. We are doing chapter 2. This is our 31st video in this class. After today's lesson, we shall be able to write a dialogue between two students regarding prayer. We shall be able to translate given paragraphs on page 71 and 72. We shall do some exercises of chapter 2 also. This is the dialogue between two students regarding prayer. I shall read it for you. Try to understand what is said here in this dialogue, and then you have to write one just like this. It is not necessary It is not necessary to use the same sentences. You can change them. You can add more sentences. You can leave the sentences which you do not like from these ones. Let us read. Usama and Salman are two students. Usama is saying, well, now I'd like to take rest for a while. I've had my meal, you know. Salman, okay, you take rest while I fix this picture of a landscape on the wall. Where is the sticky tape? Osama, out there in the drawer. Salman, well, I think this picture needs to be a bit higher up. How do you like it, Osama? Osama, lovely, good, well done. It looks nice up there. Now, let us go for prayers to the mosque. Salman, I am going to the market. I shall not be long. Osama, no prayers first? You hear the muezzin's call for prayers, don't you? Salman, sure, I do. But I am going out. It's very urgent. My motorbike is out at the gate. Osama, there is nothing in the world that ought to be more urgent than a prayer. Salman, I don't really understand it. Art is long and life is short. There is so much to do in the world. There is so much fun games, sports, TV, cricket, World Cups, videos, feature films, fun fairs, shopping, loitering, and break. Sorry, I am going. Osama, dear me, who am I to hold you back? Dear as you are to me. I sincerely wish you pray. Prayers give us peace, freshness, balance, courage, hope, goodness in our short life here on the earth, and eternal goodness in the life hereafter. Salman, oh, I am sick of your sermons. Osama, see, Allah has given us eyes, ears, heart, hands, legs, and brains. Salman, you see such a lovely world is there around us. Great gifts they are, aren't they? We must thank Allah, the merciful, the sustainer, As Muslims, we pray, and this is how we thank Allah. Salman. All right. I fear Allah. I love Him too. I'll go with you. Yes, students, this is a dialogue between two students. Both are discussing prayers. You have to prepare it for the examination. It is taken from your book. You can change it as you like. Let us move forward. This is translation. We have done lesson 1 in our previous lesson, and today we are going to learn use of is, are, am, was, were. If we look here, Pakistan मेरा प्यारा वतन है. Pakistan is my dear homeland. We shall use is for Pakistan because it is singular. मैं पाकिस्तानी लड़का हूँ. I am a Pakistani boy. Am is used with I. वो तमाम अच्छे तालब इल्म हैं. They are all good students. Are is used with plural subject. This is a costly watch. Is used with singular subject. Dear students, there are several other sentences in this lesson on page 70. I would like you read all of them to get better understanding of this lesson. Here it is the second part of this lesson. We are guided in negative sentences. We use not after the verbs. किताबें मेज पर नहीं हैं. Books are not on the table. अगर लिखा हुआ हो किताबें मेज पर हैं तो हम कहेंगे books are on the table. अगर नेगेटिव सेंटेंस हो तो आर के बाद हम नॉट लगा देते हैं. वो बदकिस्मत आदमी नहीं है. He is not an unlucky man. How did we change it into negative? By using not after verb is. I am not an old man. Not is added after am to change the sentence into negative. There are some other sentences. I would like you read all of them from your book. They are given on page 71. This is interrogative form. In interrogative sentence or questions, we begin with the helping verb or a question word. क्या धूप तेज है? Is the sun hot? This verb is taken out of the sentence in the beginning to change it into negative. Is the water cold? Is written in the beginning. And sometimes when there is the situation is different. Sometimes we use question word. For example, here in 13 you can see why is used. तुम अफसुर्दा क्यों हो? Why are you sad? And there are some more sentences on this page. I would like you read all of them to get a better understanding of interrogative sentences. This is the exercise given on page 71 that we shall do. हम सब मुसलमान हैं. We are all Muslims. अहमद दलेर सिपाही है. दलेर के लिए यहाँ वोकैबुलरी में आपको बोल्ड का लफ्ज़ दिया गया है. You can write Ahmad is a brave soldier or Ahmad is a bold soldier. You can use both of them. कुत्ता और घोड़ा वफादार जानवर हैं. The dog and the horse are faithful animals. Faithful is given here in your vocabulary also. हर पाकिस्तानी मुहिब्बे वतन है. Every Pakistani is a patriot. वो मुअज़्ज़ज़ शहरी थे. They were respectable citizens. शहरी citizen मुअज़्ज़ज़ respectable is given in your vocabulary also. लाहौर बागात के लिए मशहूर है. मशहूर famous. Lahore is famous for gardens. Sentence number 7 is क्या वो कल बीमार था? Was he ill yesterday? आज बहुत से तालिब इल्म क्यों गैर हाजिर हैं? Why so many students are absent today? तुम्हारी टीम के खिलाड़ी कहाँ हैं? Where are the players of your team? क्या अमीर आदमी गरीबों पर मेहरबान था? मेहरबान kind. It is given here in the vocabulary also. Was the rich man kind to the poor? वो आपका क्या लगता है? What is he to you? 1 दर्जन अंडे खराब थे. अंडे खराब होना rotten, rotten. 1 dozen eggs were rotten. क्या सब सवाल आसान थे? Were all the questions easy? ये खिलौना खूबसूरत ना था. This toy was not beautiful. टीपू सुल्तान आदिल हुक्मरान था. आदिल is given in number 10, just. हुक्मरान ruler. Tipu Sultan was a just ruler. Dear students, this was first exercise of page 71. Now we shall do the next exercise that is given on page 72. Let us start it. क्या इस शहर में कोई हाई स्कूल है? Is there any high school in this city? क्या अमजद दयानतदार आदमी है? दयानतदार honest. Is Amjad an honest man? We shall write here an because H is silent, and when we pronounce this word we say honest. The first sound is vowel sound, that is why we shall write here an. Is Amjad an honest person, honest man? क्या वो माहीगीर ना था? माहीगीर fisherman. Was he not a fisherman? मैं आपका शुक्रगुजार हूँ. शुक्रगुजार thankful. I am thankful to you. उसके दोनों भाई वकील थे. वकील lawyer. Both of his brothers were lawyers. पाकिस्तान का सबसे लंबा दरिया कौन सा है? Which is the longest river in Pakistan? Part number 7. K2 कितनी ऊंची चोटी है? How high is the top of K2? बसों के अड्डे पर कितनी बसें थीं? How many buses were there on the bus stand? उसके रिश्तेदार क्यों नाराज थे? रिश्तेदार relative. नाराज angry. Why his relatives were angry? क्या मोटर कारें सब खराब थीं? खराब out of order. Were all the motor cars out of order? तालिब इल्म झूठा न था. झूठा lawyer. Liar. The student was not a liar. क्या ये खबर सच्ची थी? क्या ये खबर सच्ची है? Is this news true? ये सवाल बहुत पेचीदा था. This question was very complicated. Complicated is given here also. क्या तमाम सवाल मुश्किल थे? Were all the questions difficult? मुश्किल difficult. डॉक्टर कब अस्पताल में था? When was the doctor in the hospital? Dear students, we have done second paragraph also. Now we shall come to our book. We are doing exercises. We shall start from modal verbs. Modal verbs combine with other verbs to form compound verbs. Modal verbs and their function. We can use can, could, may, might, would to indicate possibility. When we want to show possibility, we shall use these modal verbs. When we want to indicate ability, we shall use these modal verbs. For example, I can jump over a desk. This is my ability. I shall use the word can. To indicate certainty, when we want to indicate, we use these modal verbs. For example, I shall go to school. When I am certain, I shall use shall. These are modal verbs, and here is the situation when we use those modal verbs. Here are examples. To explain them more, we use may for permission. For example, may I ask you a few questions? Can you swim? We are talking about ability. We can use can to talk about ability. You should keep your promise. We are talking about duty or obligation in such a situation. We use should. We ought to help him. Ought is moral obligation. When we want to show moral obligation, we use ought to. Here is the question. We are said to use appropriate modals to describe your three abilities. To ask teacher's permission, ask a friend to lend you a book. We shall do all these parts one by one. First of all, we shall describe our three abilities. I have written here 4. For example, I can read and write, I can swim, I can secure a certificate of achievement, I can jump. After that, this is second part. When we want to ask teacher's permission, what do we say? May. We use may. May I go? May I go? May I go? May I go to the account office, to see my friend, to the canteen, to the washroom? We use may to ask for permission. In part number 3, if we want to ask our friend to lend us a book, we shall say, would you lend me your book, please? When we want to express necessity to get up early, we shall say, if I don't get up early, I will be late. When we express duty or obligation to follow traffic rule, we say, we should obey the traffic rules to avoid traffic accidents. When we share some past habit, we say, I used to play with my toys when I was a baby. When we want to show our past habit, we shall say like this. Let us move forward. Here, we are said to identify the kind of the following sentences. They can be exclamatory, they can be assertive, they can be interrogative, they can be negative, they can be imperative. First of all, we should know what are these types of sentences. Exclamatory shows sudden feeling, hurrah, we have won the match. Assertive is when we show our confidence by giving a statement. Interrogative is question, negative is negative, imperative is order or command. First one is art is another subject in which I am particularly interested. This is statement assertive it will be, and definition of assertive I have shown you here. When someone who is assertive behaves confidently and give a statement. Number 2, what a beautiful painting. There is a sign of exclamation also. This will be exclamatory sentence. Part number 3, teach him to learn. This is order. This is command. It will be imperative. Part number 4, how would I know? This is a question. It will be interrogative. Part number 5, she did not make a false statement. You can see did not. This is a negative sentence. Let us move forward to the next exercise. This is to punctuate the paragraph. If you read this paragraph, you will come to know that this is taken from your book. Yes, this is taken from paragraph 4. How will you do it now? You do it first by yourself, and then after doing it, you will check it from the book to make sure that you have done it correctly. This is the way to do it. Yes, students, we have come to the writing skills section of this chapter. In our exercise A, we are said to summarize paragraph 4 of the lesson. What is the method? First of all, you will read paragraph 4 2-3 times. You will note main points of the paragraph. Then you will write 3 to 4 sentences to express all those main points. Important is to include all main points, not to leave any one of them. I have written 3 to 4 sentences here for you. You can read it. The spirit of patriotism makes us stay alert in the wake of foreign invasion. There are many instances in the history of Pakistan. For example, 1965, 1971 and the Kargil War, when patriots laid their lives for the cause of the country. Great patriots who embraced martyrdom for the country were given Nishan-e-Haider, the highest military award. Let us move forward. This is exercise B. We are set to summarize the whole lesson. The process is the same. You will read all paragraphs. First sentence of each paragraph, that is topic sentence. More important, it is to include when we are summarizing the lesson. I have written here the summary. I have tried my best to include main points. Your summary can be a little different from this one. No problem if it is different. Patriotism means love for the motherland or devotion to one's country. It gives people the strength and courage to protect the interest of the country and nation. For a patriot, the sovereignty, integrity, honor of the country are supreme values on which no compromise can be made. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was a great patriot. He wanted to protect the values, culture and traditions of the Muslims. Just like this, you will read it, try to understand. This is the second part of the summary of the lesson. You can read it, very easy it is. I have tried to include main points. You can prepare it for your examination. Now we shall move to the next question. This is exercise C. We are said to write steps which we take to make our nation patriotic. I have mentioned some of the steps that can be taken. You can add more. For example, I have written here, there are 3 important steps that can be taken to make our nation patriotic. First of all, ulama ikram can play an important role in this regard. They can promote patriotism in their khutbahs on Fridays. They should highlight the spirit of patriotism in their sermons in the light of the Holy Quran. They can motivate the people to participate actively in the political process of the country, to active citizens of the country. Be active citizens of the country. They can highlight the role of heroes of the country to strengthen the country. These are some points. Some more points are here. Secondly, media can play an important role to make the nation patriotic. Role of national heroes and the history of the country should be demonstrated through media, shows, dramas, and films to make the nation patriotic. In the same way, history of the country, role of heroes in the nation, of strengthen the country, and importance of being patriotic should be added in the syllabus of the students at school level. Yes, students, this is the third thing that can be taken by changing the syllabus, by adding some more things in the syllabus of the students. We can make our nation patriotic. Let us move to the next exercise, that is to write an essay on any one of our national heroes. Dear students, Allama Iqbal, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, you can write any one of them. You know, mostly you have done essays about Quaid-e-Azam, Allama Iqbal in each class. I have written here about Quaid-e-Azam. You can read it. You can write about any other hero also. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan, is our national hero. His name will be remembered with great honor in the history of mankind. Continue reading, you will find some more things here in this essay. This is the second part of the essay. It is written here, in the beginning he joined Indian Congress and believed that Muslims and Hindus should join hands to free their motherland. Continue reading, you will understand it. This is part 3. He joined the Muslim League, and then when he came to know that yes, first he joined All India Congress. Now here it is mentioned he joined Muslim League, a political organization representing all the Muslims of India. In the year 1933, he was elected the president of All India Muslim League. Continue reading, you will find some more information here in section 4. You can change it, leave from it, add in it to write your own essay. Let us move to the next section. In this section, we are said to write a short dialogue between a political activist, means a politician, and a teenager. Let us see what the teenager is asking the politician and how the politician is responding him. Teenager is saying, "Sir, excuse me, may I ask you a question, please?" Political activist is saying, "Oh yes, why not? Sure. What do you want to know?" Teenager. Teenager means the boy whose age is 13, 14, 15, 16. This age is called teenage. "Sir, what does patriotism mean?" The political activist is saying, "It means love for the motherland or loyalty to one's country." Teenager. "What role does it play in the lives of people?" The political activist is saying, The spirit of patriotism makes us stay alert in the wake of foreign invasion. A patriot is always ready to sacrifice for the cause of country. Teenager is saying, what does patriotism give us? Political activist is saying, patriotism gives people the strength and courage to safeguard the interests of the country and nation. Teenager is saying, what is the most important thing for a patriot? Political activist is saying, sovereignty, integrity and honor of the country is the most important thing for a patriot. Teenager is saying, sir, was this the spirit which led the Muslims of the subcontinent in their struggle for a separate homeland? Political activist is saying, yes, you are right, the spirit of patriotism led them in their struggle for a separate homeland. Teenager is saying, is patriotism related to foreign aggression only? Political activist is saying, not at all. It is not only related to foreign aggression, but also needs in peace also. This is the spirit with which we can make our country prosperous. Teenager is saying, thank you, sir. You are most welcome, political activist is saying. Dear students, in your homework, you will learn and write dialogue that we did today. You will write both exercises of translation and do exercises of chapter 2 in your notebook, which are done today. That is all from our today's lesson. See you later in a new lesson. Goodbye.